Hey, what's going on? It's an interesting day today. So I would just put some stuff out there for you. There's so many people want to start a business online and they struggle. They'll create a website, they'll buy all these books, they'll do all of this stuff and they'll continue to struggle. And there's a reason that it's so hard is many people are not grounded in business principles. I mean, it is hard. And you're hearing these words that get people going on. What's going on with Facebook ads? And just speaking of ads, thanks for bringing that up, Chris. I'm no longer putting up YouTube ads on the channel. So to support the channel, go below the video and make a love offering. If you love the content, make an offering. Algo is killing us. I mean, seriously, Chris, get into the details of what's happening with Facebook ads. So, since you're out there on the battlefield, just let the people know. But yeah, like I said, love offering, and be sure to do that if you like the content of this channel. Let's talk about the business principles that so many people are not grounded in. Sales. I have been saying this for 9 years. What's up? Mama needs her wine. They're not fans of drop shipping stuff from China, okay? Sales and marketing. I use Fiverr to help my business. What's up, everything Sadie? So many people do not want to do it. Don't want to do it. Don't want to learn. There's a way to hack it. There's a way to use Facebook ads. There's a way to... I'm not picking on you, Chris. It's just if you learn how to sell. What's up, Gabron? You will change your life. What's up, Benjamin? And many people are just assiduously avoiding doing that. They don't want to do it. And like I said, I'll be doing it later on today. I'll be doing my live stream of digital introductions. Essentially, if you're on the email list, you'll get it. But we're talking about that very thing that you have to do. The first thing that you have to do before you sell anything to anybody is you got to get attention. You got to get their attention. Then the second thing, you have to get them to believe in you. And the third thing you have to do is get them to trust you. And it is becoming harder and harder and harder to do that with a online business because there are many people, and I'm not going to say that they're lying to you because some people don't get as deep as I do with certain things, but you're not getting the whole deal. You're going to see an explosion of content with Hustlers Kung Fu and the other channels. Hold on a second. And I'm not doing that by myself. I'm not going to sit here and profess to you that I'm working 7 days a week, 18 hours a day, putting out all this content when there are writers, there are, design people, I have an assistant, all of this stuff is going down. And many people are thinking, and they're hearing these, what's called the hero story. And I'll explain to you, because you see it everywhere. A few months ago, or a few years ago, I was on the sofa. I was living with mom and dad. Then I was struggling. I was in debt. Then all of a sudden I found this magic thing, and now I'm buying a Ferrari. That's the hero's journey. I like to call it from ashy to classy. I will be using Steve Jobs' evangelism, marketing, sales to promote my products. Okay. That is leading many people down a bad road. Because here's the thing, you come online, and to this day, many people still treat being online as somehow marginal than in real life. So if it's online, it shouldn't be that hard. If it's online, it shouldn't be really that much to struggle with, right? But the reality is, and I'll use this, dating. If you suck ass dating in real life, you're going to suck ass dating online. What happens is what I call the like blow up. You'll get this girl, she's cute, and yes, you should start an offline business first. You're already ahead of me. And she puts up a picture where she has that right shot, that right angle where she looks hella cute, and you got these dudes who are doing the same thing. Then all of a sudden they're getting these likes and they're getting these inflated egos, and they're feeling like, yeah, I am the man, I am the woman. But in real life, nobody has approached that chick like, you know, you getting gas at the Quick Trip and someone comes over, hey, you know, I think you cute, I like to get to know you. They ain't happening. But online, they're the shit, right? And it creates these false narratives that, you know, that what I call fake online currency is going to matriculate into money. And you get that. You see that all the time because people don't know how to date. I was talking to my assistant and her boyfriend, and we were just talking about the dichotomy of how things have changed when I was out there. And it's weird. It started awesome. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's kind of jump around because, like I said, I'm kind of far away from the mic, so I'm coming to lean in to see the comments. But I think everyone on a small basis should start an offline business first to start getting certain skill sets that will help you go online. Because let's get back to the whole parallel. You suck in real life. Why in hell do you think you're going to become a beast online? There's the same skill sets. It's just what putting your business online allows you to do is to scale much faster and more efficiently. But those real core skills don't disappear. You still got to get them. And I'm going to use myself. 2009, I started a YouTube channel, didn't know what I was doing. I started a blog, I didn't know what I was doing. Drop shipping makes people think they don't need to. I agree with that. I'm not even going to say I agree with that because I was having a conversation with a client this morning about what Amazon and eBay does to you. It creates this situation where you feel you can't do anything else because you become so codependent upon them. And it gets really, really crazy. But start that business, get those skills, and you have to do it. You know, going back to the example of me, I did not know what I was doing with eBay, not eBay, YouTube and my blog. I was learning on the fly. But what did I have to help me? I had business experience. I knew how to sell. I knew how to market. Sure. All right. When I say offline business, all right, let's go with Mac Daddy Media, which is a consulting firm and one of the companies I own. I use YouTube to bring people in, and I do a lot of the work offline. Yeah, you can have a website. This is kind of one of the situations that we have that should be solved very soon. When we hire people and they want to go quote to the company website, Mac Daddy Media doesn't really have one. And people are just like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Now, you know, Valencia and I, we've talked about this. Sure, I could throw some bullshit up there, but I have a vision for that website. And I'm just like, you know what? I got clients for that business without a website. So in my mind, yeah, I need a website, but is it top level priority? No, it's not. What's top level priority? Getting that sale, getting that income, making that money. So one of the things that you'll see me do, well, what I've stopped doing is I have pulled back from what everyone else is doing. I went to this really good video marketing conference. It was a conference. It was all week long. It was really good. I'm probably going again this year. But after sitting down with myself and talking about stuff, you know, I talk to myself. I just don't answer. And then sometimes maybe I do answer. But I realized I was trying to create something I really didn't want to do and create something I really wasn't good at. And ignoring what I know how to do, which is what a lot of people do. And with those business skills I have, I can make a lot of money without YouTube. I can make a lot of money going out and selling stuff on Craigslist and building a resale business. Do I want to do that? No, I don't want to do it. It doesn't really go into the long range vision I have for myself of what I want to be, you know, when I'm dead and people like, who was Glendon Cameron? I have a list of shit that I want people to go like, oh, he wrote this book, he wrote this book, he created this, he created this. You know, when you have a resale business, you know, other than your family, when you're gone, no one really notices it. So different thing. But I didn't know any of this stuff and I had to learn. But I knew how to sell. I knew how to set up a sales process. Now, where did this come from? Rent-A-Crate, selling office furniture, and Craigslist. I don't know how many ads that I have written for Craigslist. I don't know. I had 8,000 plus sales. You know, for those of you who want comments, because the comments here disappear, and I'll try to jump on a comment and then I'll forget my train of thought. So do this. You got a question after this renders, because these are going to be much shorter. This is not going to be an hour. Just go ahead, post your question there, and I'll try to answer it. If it's one of those 5, 10, 15 part questions, I'm gonna like, you need to buy a course or something. But I'll try to answer that if I can see it quick enough. And with that, if you like the channel, let's see, I market while at work. I built clientele with coworkers first. They know my character, and it was easy to begin there. Now, what she just said, that's what I advise you to do. Start a business local in your circle. You will still get the experience. You will still get it. Just do that, because like I said, so many people are trying to leap over that. And, you know, going back to my story, I didn't know what I was doing. I was making a lot of mistakes. I was fucking up left and right, right? But I made money because I knew how to sell and market. There are people who have the best websites. They know all of the stuff about Twitter, and they're good with Facebook, and they're doing all this stuff, yet they still living with their mama or their dad. Or, you know, they just don't make enough money to get out and live as a independent adult. But they're good on certain things, but core skills, they don't have them. And you see it over and over again. I can like sit down and talk to someone who started a business and get a feel for if they're going to make it or not. Because if you start a offline business and you spend 90% of your time on sales and marketing, you will make money. Typically, most people spend 90% of their time on the vision, the mission statement, what they want to do, fantasizing how they're going to live once they make this money. And really, remarkably, a low amount of effort is given to sales and marketing, as if this stuff was just going to happen. And also, starting small and starting with your inner circle or people you know, when you make your mistakes, the mistakes will be smaller. It will be a smaller pool of risk because you're not that big. But that's just one of the things, because I look at this, and when you are an online person, I had this conversation with a client, and you're intersecting with people who have traditional jobs, it gets wild. Because in your mind, you know how this works. But for many people, and I think this is one of the reasons that all commerce, well, most commerce, 90-something, 92% is still done offline, is everybody is not real comfortable with this online thing just yet. It's really crazy when you think about it, and that's why I think there is so much room to grow, because so many people look at this as a joke. They look at it as somebody had put something up, and he was just putting something up, and it's like, oh, you're gonna be selling a book, or you're gonna have a course. This wasn't me. And the guy was just like, I was just doing shit. And people have become so skeptical of anything because, that goes back to the educational system, which is a whole nother different video, which I'm not doing here. But people can't think, people can't problem solve, people can't decipher. So if you go through those trials and tribulations of learning how to sell, how to build a business, then you're going to put yourself so far ahead of everyone else. And I'm talking about people with money. You've got, just because you have money and you start a business, that does not mean it's going to be successful. Damon John, he talked about some money. I think they put $7 million in this company. I think Ashton Kutcher was part of it. That sucker flopped. Then you got this chick on Instagram selling bikinis out of her house, making hundreds of thousands of dollars, because the chick on Instagram knew her audience, and she was a core member of her audience, and she tried bikini samples on her friends, and she talked to people. She did a lot of work at the local level. So once she got her shit tight, then she went online and blew up. But everybody keeps trying to avoid that ugly, gruesome, hard period of you don't know what the fuck you're doing and you will be embarrassed. The other day, I put something up on Facebook. I was wrong. It was talking about, I didn't do my research. I thought Whole Foods was insanely profitable. I'm biased. I like Whole Foods. There's like 3 of them around here. I go there all the time. But once again, I live in an affluent neighborhood. And if you know anything about retailing, different stores of the same brand in different neighborhoods have different merchandise. They have a different way of doing stuff. If you ever shop Marshalls, TJ Maxx, if you just go to different stores in different parts of town, like I noticed this years ago, and I don't know if it's still there. If you go to the TJ Maxx on Buford Highway, you'll find gear that you will not find in any others. Why? Because the population over there is like 9% Hispanic. So my store could still be flowing, you know, because this what the one down the street in Sandy Springs. There's another one that's in Buckhead. So those are probably still flowing, you know, pretty hard and heavy, appealing to higher, you know, high income clientele. But what about the other ones? I don't know that, you know, because I don't go there. That almost fell. Yeah, I have this thing just propped up because I don't have my tripod here, and I didn't really turn on my lights or anything because I just wanted to do this real quick. Because one of the things that's going to happen is there's going to be more streams. They're going to be shorter. There'll still be the long ones for the folks who are like, hey, I like the long ones. There'll still be the long ones, but they'll be just like these topics like this. Because if you want to make it as an online person, you need to learn how to sell, point blank. You need to immerse yourself in the sales process. I probably would have did better with the Craigslist ads earlier if I had read a copywriting book. But here's the thing. I didn't know what I was doing was copywriting. I was just like, I classified that as marketing. I would write, you know, copy. To me, it was just an ad, and I would test it. And it's like, well, this ad got the results that I wanted. This ad didn't. That's where I kept it. I didn't get super complicated. I didn't have all of these formulas and stuff. It's just I went to work every day for about 5 years writing Craigslist ads all over the place. And even if you don't read books, if you go out and dedicate yourself to the craft and you operate on the principle of good results, bad results are being the results you don't want. Because whenever you do something, you get a result. You may like the result, you may not like it, but whenever you do, you get a result. And if you dedicate yourself to sales and marketing, you will make money. Oh, Numbnuts can't come back. Numbnuts was banned from the island. He had to go. And seriously, I had another situation like that yesterday with somebody. What's up, JC? Who was hating because then I banned them from my Facebook page. Then they came on YouTube. Hello, dumb people. If I can ban you on Facebook page, I can surely ban you on YouTube. I don't understand the reasoning there. But anyway, you know, if you disagree with me, fine. You know, we can duke it out. But the minute that you start with the crazy shit and calling me names and stuff like that, it's over. I'm going to treat you like the bitch you are. And it's going to get real funny. But for those of you who like the content, be sure to go below the video, leave a love offering, and get on the email list. Today, there might be 2 more streams. There might be. I'm not saying there might be. Definitely going to be 1 more stream because I'm going to do digital introductions, and you have to be on the email list to be notified about that. And once again, this is how it goes, and this is for now. For those people who will come later and watch this video, this is now. In the future, once digital introductions is completely built out, then there will be no free training that you can come to. Just saying that because I'll get someone 2 years from now and they'll be like, hey, you said in the video, dude, and I'm looking for my free training at 3 p.m. Where is it? Where is it? And I was like, we're not doing that anymore. But all that stuff's below the video. Miss Toy 723, go below this live stream and there should be the stuff there. If it's not there now, it would be. It would be like Hustlers Kung Fu Live email list. Just get on that list. And there will be more training because I can already tell you there's going to be a sales process course after digital introductions. Digital introductions, the first part, is going to take a week or 2 because one, I'm not rushing this shit. You know, like I said, I'm completely doing this stuff totally different than what everyone else is doing. One, I'm doing the live streams for 2 reasons. Because I have a group of people who can ask me questions versus me creating this course in a vacuum. I don't know about that. That's something I have to think about because I'm about to bounce. But The courses are going to be interactive because I'm asking people, get people who have businesses who's like, hey, I'm doing this. Like Matthew Campbell, he has an SEO business, and he comes in and chimes in with his questions. So when you have a course that's built on real-time information and what people are doing, it's just going to be much, much better. But we're still working on the offer section. And, you know, I'm breaking it down. I'm going very, very granular because a lot of the courses that I did in the past, there wasn't enough deeper information for someone just getting started. So we're correcting that. So all the links and stuff for that's below. And if you like the content, you don't feel like buying the course, I'll tell you this, and this is something that's happened several times. Hey, Glendon, I like your content. I don't need the book. I don't want to buy the book, but I like you. How can I support you? That is why I'm doing these love offerings. And every day, people contribute. $5 here, $10 here, $20 here. Someone did $50 the other day. So love offerings are working. All right, so stay tuned. Go below. Get on the email list. There will definitely be another live stream today, and I will be working this weekend. Just letting you know. So with that, I will catch you guys later.